Okay, we are live. Anklegate, Rachel.
I can't help but laugh at the title.
Anklegate.
Oh my god.
Anklegate.
Broncos.
Cocktail hour with your buddies D-Mac and Rachel. We will get into ankle. Oh, should my grenadine be down at the bottom?
Correct.
How do you have that mixed so nicely?
I don't know. I just did it.
How do you have that sitting down low like that? How did you do that?
I'm a mixologist, apparently. I don't know, but
I got my maraschino cherries though. Do you get your maraschino cherries?
I do have my cherries. I do not have an orange slice though, so you win there.
I win there.
Cheers.
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 Happy cocktail
gosh, so
hour.
many people on here already. Love this.
I know.
In the comments.
You want to get on? You want to talk about the drink for the night, and then we'll get into Bo Nix and Anklegate.
Also, something going on with my eye. We'll figure that out here in a second. So, unfortunately, it is 1-2-3 Cancun. The Broncos are no longer playing for the season. Sad day after the AFC Championship game. So, of course, in honor of that, we have a tequila sunrise. Thanks to one of you guys who recommended it. Appreciate you. So, we've got tequila, which I have Patron in mine. It's a little strong. Not gonna lie.
I have the cheapest thing I could find at the liquor store. I don't know what it is. It was in a small bottle.
I had only Patron. So we went with Patron, orange juice, grenadine, some cherries, and some orange slices. So cheers.
I have the exact same thing Rachel does. The exact same thing. Yet her drink looks way better than mine. But it's the exact same ingredients. I actually, and by the way, you'd be proud of me. I did it myself tonight, Rachel. Did not get any help. I am proud of you. Didn't get a shot myself. I made the drink myself.
Nice.
Oh, it is delicious. So I saw somebody give us a little heat, though. They were like, is that 1-2-3 Cancun? You think the guys gave up? No, we don't think the guys gave up.
No, they did not give up.
However,
but unfortunately, they will be going to Cancun or Cabo.
My technology gave up a little bit. Let's see if I got this here.
Why?
Hold on.
They always find a little bit more when they go in. And it wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when.
Okay, I got it. All right. We're going old school here. And it's Scotty Gaines from 9 News who put this together. And I wish I was just, oh no, I've got some issues, Rachel. I have issues. You know what? Oh, yeah. Hold on. Okay, hold on. All right, let me play this by Scotty Gaines.
Okay.
And save
Anklegate, everybody. Anklegate.
Yeah. Okay. We thought the drama was done, didn't we?
We did. It's just starting.
It's just starting. So that looks pretty good. Wait. All right. So I want it there. You know what? I'm going to do this. It's going to be a little bit easier to see, I think.
Yep.
Okay, cool. And I'm going to have to move my microphone so everybody can hear it. That should be pretty good right there, don't you think? So here we go.
And that was like predisposed right at that.
Oh, I got to back it up because the predisposed thing is the biggest part.
Predisposed right at that.
You know what, Rachel? Just kill me now. You know what I'm saying? I want this.
Everybody.
All right, hold on. You got to just understand.
You can hear it too. You're okay. You got it.
All right.
And that was like predisposed right at that. They always find a little bit more when they go in. And it wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when.
Didn't have any predisposed issues. Man, my ankles were feeling really good.
He said he had one in high school. And then he said he had one at Auburn.
I don't think he really should share how many surgeries I've had in the past, to be honest with you. But because I don't, he doesn't really even know that.
And that was like predisposed right at that they always find a little bit more when they go in. And it wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when.
Didn't have any predisposed issues. Man, my ankles were feeling really good.
He said he had one in high school. And then he said he had one at Auburn.
I don't think he really should share how many surgeries I've had in the past, to be honest with you. But because I don't, he doesn't really even know that.
And it was like,
all right, Rachel.
Anklegate is real, everybody.
We had Greg Penner we were going to talk about, and we can still do that a little bit.
Well, and let's just make it so clear too. Bo Nix did not have to talk to the media at all.
Oh no, there's a whole story there.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I have some details on that too, by the way.
Ooh, I love details.
Yeah.
Okay, hit me. So this is
all right. Well, you want to start there then? I mean, I guess we can.
Yeah, I would love to start there actually.
Yeah, this was a last minute deal.
So, Bo said wanted to talk to you guys. I think I said on Monday, but like the timing just didn't work out.
Bo Nix shouldn't have been talking to anybody at all until OTAs, Rachel. There was no need.
And it's also very interesting because if a player goes on IR, usually you're not allowed to talk to them.
Yeah. He wanted to talk. He asked for this.
Okay.
This was tough, man, because the Broncos PR had to make this happen because Bo wanted this to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing if Bo wanted this to happen, Greg Penner was okay with this happening. And this is completely 1,000% to clear up what Sean Payton said, who never talks about people's injuries.
Ever.
But all of a sudden he's going on and on about Bo Nix. So this is Bo versus Sean. This is Anklegate. The whole predisposed thing, you have to understand what's on the line here, Rachel. This is a guy in 1 year, will get a contract extension upwards of $250 million. Guaranteed. Correct. He's 1 year away from that. Do you think somebody who has something like that wants it out there, that he's predisposed to injury, that this is a recurring thing? And even though Sean was joking about the whole thing, I wouldn't have drafted him. Do you think Bo Nix wants that narrative out there and the people in Bo Nix camp? And he's calling Sean out basically by name?
I was shocked when I heard those words come out of his mouth. I was on the call at 3:00.
Yeah, let's back up there. When did you get an alert that there was going to be a call today? What time was it?
I was recording a podcast at 2:00 or actually it was like 1:30ish. And it was like, yeah, Bo's going to talk at 3. And I was like, wait a second. I was like, I already did my end of season wrap up. Like the stand up is done. It's over with. It's been sent off. And I mean, yeah, we got Greg Penner's this morning too. And then he ends up talking at 11. It's crazy. But one way or another.
All right, keep going. You're on the call. I interrupted. My bad.
No, you're fine. It's just, I could not believe he said that he really shouldn't be talking about that because he has no idea. That's what I think is crazy. It's one thing to be like, oh, Sean must have, misheard or whatever. And also the information that got leaked, which the only way insiders find out information is by somebody who's in the building. So when they put out the information that it was going to be 11 or what'd they say, 10 to 12 weeks or whatever, 12 to 14 weeks, whatever. And I'm like, well, now he says 4 to 6 weeks. It's a little bit of a time difference right there.
Jorge, right here. We must be really bored. Nothing else to talk about. Are you nuts?
Kidding? This is gold.
Are you kidding me, Jorge?
This is gold. Your coach and your quarterback are saying completely opposite things and speaking out about it too. It's one thing to say it behind closed doors and somebody leaks it. No, they're saying it directly to the media. This is pure gold. And it's hilarious that it's happening at the end of season press conferences so we can talk about it for the next 6 months, everybody.
Yeah, you don't find it interesting that the quarterback wanted to call a last-minute press conference to address statements said by the coach yesterday? And by the way, this is just after Greg Penner's stoke. So we're not even letting that go a news cycle? We're not waiting till tomorrow for Bo? We waited a day for Greg Penner so that Sean Payton and George Payton could have their news cycle, right? Yeah. And then fine. I mean, it was a little pain in the assy to be able to have to go back down there again. But I mean, okay, whatever. Greg's a great guy, and he sat down and was very generous with his time, and we can talk about some of those things. But then you're jumping on before we get to the evening news, before we get to afternoon drive. We got Bo Nix doing a last-second press con. We're not waiting, Rachel. We're not waiting for tomorrow.
No,
we're doing that this afternoon.
Shook, D-Mac. I could not believe it, and I appreciate it.
We're coming off the top rope, over the top of the owner's press conference with my phone press conference, where I'm gonna rip my coach because he's blabbing about my injuries. And the biggest thing is that predisposed thing. And Sean said the surgeon said it.
Mm-hmm.
So did the surgeon say it or not?
So it answers, I saw a comment. Who are we going to believe?
Well, all right.
Who are we believing all off season? Are you going to believe Bo or are you going to believe Sean?
Well, I'll take a sip and I'll listen to you first.
Gee, way to put me on. Who do I believe?
By the way, this is freaking okay. What a suggestion. This is unbelievable good.
Listen, we appreciate the comments. I'm going to be going to the comments for a while probably. So thank you for all of that.
I'm sticking my whole orange in, but go ahead.
Love it. I don't know. I don't know who to believe in this situation because you're right about the narrative around Bo. He doesn't want that to be out there, that he's injury prone and all of these things. Like, why would Sean want to lie about that?
I don't know.
That's my whole point. I can see why Bo would want to cover it up, but I don't understand why Sean would want to lie about it. I also don't want to call Bo a liar because he was so kind with his time. He got on and he was like, I just wanted to make sure you guys got all of your answers. First of all, appreciate all of you, yada, yada, yada. The answer, Sean should not have revealed details of Bo's medical history. It is fascinating that he never talks about anything with medical. And then this is the one who's going to.
Yeah, not only is he talking about this one, he's like coming back to tell us all, which, you know, I understand. I'm good with that. But then he's God, I gotta go through this. And then we're getting this predisposed thing. I mean, we're getting like a lot of details about Bo Nix.
Also, the chances of both of them using the exact same word in something is very odd. There's a lot of other things you could say.
If they were on the same page, Rachel, why wouldn't Sean have said, well, first of all, why wouldn't you just have Bo Nix come up to the podium after the Bills game? Just have Bo come up and say
no,
something.
Well, first of all, that's like heartbreak. He's in shock. Like, I can understand why he didn't do that. He's in complete shock. He's probably devastated beyond belief. Like, I can understand why they didn't do that.
Here's a nice conspiracy theory. Sean is pissed because he didn't know before the draft. He joked, but knowing Sean, he wasn't joking about it. Well, he's not funny. He admits that.
I think he's hilarious. He's only hilarious when he's like snarky. Snarky Sean is the best Sean ever. But here's the thing. I guarantee the NFL has all that information on every single one of those guys before they get drafted. They have every single ounce of information possible. So let's not get all like HIPAA at this point and be like, nobody should share medical history at this. Come on. We've been sharing it for how long now? Like, let's all get off our high horse on that one.
All right. Who you believe in more, Sean or Bo?
I just told you. Sean has no reason to lie about it, but Bo has every reason to cover it up.
I get it, but who do you think? I understand the reasoning. What do you think?
Oh, gosh. I mean, up until this show started, I believe.
Have another sip and give me the answer.
By the end of the show,
you want to finish the whole drink?
Who do you? I don't know who to believe.
There's usually, all right, here's my answer to that.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Slug.
Boy, that is good though. Man, that is yummy. I might have a second one of those. Usually there's a little truth between both sides. So I think in this case, there probably is, I think interpretation is, we're getting into some semantics here. And I think both of them are basically telling the truths from their point of view.
Yeah.
Now, this predisposed thing, and the surgeon said it, that is a wild thing for Sean Payton just to make up. Like it seems okay, go ahead.
No, I completely agree.
Oh, okay. Like,
but to sit there and say, like, the surgeon said pretty much that it's a it or when and not an if. Like, that's a bold statement to say if that's not the case.
That is a crazy thing to say if the surgeon didn't literally say it to you. Now, could Sean be misrepresenting what the surgeon said and putting words out of context? Possibly.
Could they have two different phone calls? Bo's getting checked out of the hospital and there's a call to Sean. Like, does that happen, or to the team doctor?
I don't know. But for Sean to say it so, like, predisposed, and then Sean is talking about the amount of surgeries, and Bo has a problem with that.
Yeah.
Bo's like, hey man, you shouldn't be talking about my surgeries. You don't know.
Yeah.
And Sean is like listing it. I feel like I might want to play this again. Scotty Gange, 9 News. Sorry, hold on.
And it wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of
Yeah.
I don't have any predisposed issues, and my ankles were feeling really good.
He said he had one in high school, and then he said he had one at Auburn.
I don't think he really should share how many surgeries I've had in the past, to be honest with you, but because I don't, he doesn't really even know that.
And it was like predisposed right at that, they always find a little bit more when they go in, and it wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when.
Didn't have any predisposed issues, and my ankles were feeling really good.
He said he had one in high school, and then he said he had one at Auburn.
I don't think he really should share how many surgeries I've had in the past.
Crazy. The more
play
I
that.
listen to it, the more I'm like, holy crap.
And again, Scotty Gange from 9 News put that together. I will we'll play that again before we go. I apologize for the low tech here, but things
All
are
good.
things. All right,
Cocktail
so
hour. It's like we're all hanging out, just chit-chatting with our phones out,
Now what's Bo doing here, Rachel? I think Bo and his team are pissed. I think they're pissed. Are they fibbing or lying about things? Maybe. They might be. Because clearly they don't think it's anybody's business, what his situation is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, when you're sick or something. So how you doing? I'm fine. It's no big deal. Meanwhile, who knows if you're really fine or not? But that's kind of what you tell people. That's what it feels like to me about Bo. And
okay, but
hey,
I
I've
have
watched-
the opposite. I actually think
Okay.
it's completely the opposite. I think people want a bit of the sympathy. Like, oh my God, I'm sick. Like, I feel like crap. I'm sick. Like, how many times unless you're like, shouldn't be out and about, you're like, no, I'm totally fine. Like, you have a birthday party and you're like, I really want to go, but I don't want to get anybody sick. Like, otherwise, I feel like you would just be like, I'll take the sympathy. Like, I don't care. Poor me. I missed the AFC Championship game and they lost. Cannot wait for the Knicks versus Peyton boxing. I do think we're going to start to see some more.
Yeah, what's the next thing here? Does
I don't
Sean
know.
Payton come back and say something?
Do you think Sean calls Bo and is like, what the heck? Or do you think Sean calls the PR department and is like, excuse me, what? Sean sees everything that is put out there. Everything.
I think this is on a day when the narrative should have been, hey, Greg Penner, should we close the roof or not? And we're building a new facility and free agency. And, that's what we were talking about today, essentially, which is fine, But
will they have a retractable roof? The answer is going to be yes on the new stadium.
Yeah, of course.
And then this happens.
Then Anklegate happens.
It's so I love that you call it Anklegate. That just
I'm tending, you know what, Rach? I'm tending to believe Sean more than Bo. I'll tell you this about Sean. He may be bombastic and say things that are like, whoa, I can't believe what he just said.
Mm-hmm.
But tell me an outrageous thing he said that was wrong. Tell me something that he said that was wrong. Did Nathaniel Hackett suck as a coach? Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of anything.
Did
No,
the
I think you're
Broncos
right. Like,
did the Broncos, like you talking to Rossini about I love my Q, loves Bo, and
Mhm.
we're a Super Bowl team. True or not?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I can't think of anything that I sat there. And he was so open and honest about the 4th and 1 play.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess I believe
hey,
Sean a little bit
Rachel,
more.
I'm believing Sean. I'm believing
too.
Sean might have opened his mouth when he shouldn't have, or Bo Nix didn't want him to.
Do you know what this means, though?
What?
Next year, when Sean gets asked about injuries, he already was pretty tight-lipped. We're not going to get a single peep out of him.
It was
Nothing.
crazy this year. He made it clear in training camp. When it comes to injuries, I'm just going to tell you what I need to. Other than that, I'm not going to say a word about anything.
Don't even ask me about it.
Don't even ask me about it. How many
Yep.
times did we hear that this year?
So many, because people still asked him, Sean, is there any update on J.K. Dobbins? I'm not going to speak on
Not gonna
injuries.
talk
Sean,
about
is there
it.
any
Not gonna
update
talk
on
about
Dre Greenlaw? I'm not going to answer anything.
Not going to
Sean,
say
if there's
anything.
a possibility that J.K. could go in the AFC Championship game, I'm not going to talk about anything related to injuries. Okay. well, now we're definitely not going to get anything.
By the way, how did this press conference even happen without Greg Penner signing off on it? Which leads me to believe, I wonder, boy, talk about a question that was not asked that I'd love to ask Penner now. How do you feel about your coach disclosing medical information about your quarterback?
Okay, but like that's all because Bo. None of us thought twice about him talking about it. It was an end of season press conference. Like, let's not call Sean out now when everyone's like, oh my God, Bo doesn't want his medical history out there. If Adam Schefter tweeted it out, none of us would have cared. Let's not call him out for some BS that everybody's going to turn into something else.
Too funny. Too funny. Wow. Anklegate, baby.
Anklegate.
We got Anklegate.
And now we're going to talk about this for the next 3 months until OTA.
Yeah, I mean, the questions are like, okay, are you predisposed? Have you had past surgeries? Is this something that's... Well, I'll tell you this from Jake Butt. I'm not sure how friendly you were with Jake or not. Great guy. Jake Butt, great guy. He just did not have the body to sustain an NFL rigor. It was fine through college, but his body, his genetics for his body, Rachel, just wore down. He was just never going to get healthy. And it was more of a genetic thing than anything. And there's nothing he could do about it. And I felt bad for him because he's a super nice guy. It just was what it was. You don't want that if you're Bo Nix. You know, I mean, what do we got here? Soft ankles, you know?
Yeah, but it's also been 4 years since he's had surgery. He's played in 60-something games. He's gone through training camps. Like,
right.
I'm sure they went back in and they cranked it up a little notch, you know?
Yeah, nothing. No big deal. Right. We're just going to crank it up a notch or two.
Yeah, we're just going to tighten that screw a little bit more. He'll be fine.
Yeah, no big deal. I mean, it's just a little surgery. How about like J.K. Dobbins? Do you have faith that like J.K. Dobbins is ever really going to be healthy? Ever?
No, but he hasn't gone through an entire season without dealing with an injury. Bo has. That's the difference. Will I be surprised if Bo Year in 2 years, 3 years has another ankle injury? No, I will not be shocked at all because the older you get, the harder it is on your body. But J.K.'s never gone through a season finishing it. It also cracks me up. JK's a really nice guy. Like, he's super funny. I love that he loves talking to the media. But he was like, when you guys all predicted I was going to have 700 yards and not finish the season or whatever he said, I was like, JK, that's exactly what happened. You had 700 yards. So he was we all predicted it correctly.
Yeah, you guys, remember you guys predicted I wouldn't get more than 700 yards? I almost got 800 in 10 games. And then I was hurt. But it was like,
okay, well,
all right, JK.
Then. Whatever
I guess we were right. Yeah. Oh, this is too good. This is too good. Too good.
Injuries, man. It is funny. I do wonder if Bo has gotten a phone call now.
From who? Sean? Apologizing? Yeah. I don't know.
Apologizing or just saying like, what the hell was that? We're a team. Don't call me out in front of the media because now look at what it's turned into.
We have had a history, Rachel, of quarterbacks and coaches not getting along, okay? We had it here in Denver. John Elway hated Dan Reeves, and Mike Shanahan was the go-between between those guys. Okay, cool. Ironically, Cutler, or Plummer, I think, and Shanahan didn't get along, and you had Gary Kubiak sort of be the go-between, if I'm right on that, I think. I might.
So I'm wrong.
But we had one more. Let me tell you one more because I watched that Cowboys documentary. You had Troy Aikman. He didn't talk to Barry Switzer for a year. And not only did he not talk to him, he was stabbing him in the back with the media to try to get him fired. And they won the Super Bowl that year, and they never talked to each other. So this wouldn't be the first time that there's issues between the quarterback and the coach. And we get to a bigger topic, and that's the firing of Joe Lombardi. And why did that happen? And you got to understand, Davis Webb and Bo Nix are tight. Tight.
Yeah.
So was the firing of Joe Lombardi a way to get Davis Webb, who's tight with Bo Nix, a way to get him to stay here, or at least open the door for him? And I heard this, Rachel, I heard Sean Payton and Joe Lombardi, even though they've been together for 15 years, they weren't getting along. It wasn't cool. You know, it was like a divorce. You know what I mean? Like, you just get on each other's nerves. and
Well,
you've been
that's the
around
only
each
reason that you go and talk to the media after the breakup, right? Is to be
Well,
like,
Joe Lombardi
"Everything's
talked. Joe
fine."
Lombardi talked to Chris Tomlinson of the
Yup.
Denver Gazette, and basically said,
Which-
"Yeah, I could read the tea leaves."
Which, if you are best friends and everything is good, then there is no need to get your side of the story out there at all. We have all been through breakups at some point in our life. And you know what? If things are just like easy peasy, you don't say anything. It's when it's ugly that you go out there and you say stuff. Same thing with Sean Payton. Same thing
Yeah.
with Russell Wilson. When they both separated, we heard nasty little comments back and forth, but it was all good. So are you telling me that you think there's an issue between Sean and Bo?
Yeah, I think there. Yes, I think there was an issue during the season. I'm pretty. I
Okay, but
trust my
there's
sources on that.
There's a difference between there being one issue
All right,
and there
I'll
being
tell you.
like, oh, we
I
do
gotcha.
not get along.
I think there was an issue.
Okay.
I think it got resolved enough because they were winning, and it was cool. Like everything was kind of fine.
So if they have a losing, okay, I'm not gonna put this out there, but if they have a losing streak next year, is all shit gonna hit the fan and everything's gonna be terrible?
I think things are like shaky at best. At best. And the reason why everybody's getting along to a degree is because you're winning. And
Yeah.
I mean, look, this happened after this season. I mean, this was an incredible season. Okay. Bo Nix
Amazing.
was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Anybody who doesn't believe in Bo, I think is an idiot at this point. Seriously. All right. And even George Payton yesterday said, what? At the end of the day, you measure quarterbacks by wins. Well, Bo Nix historically has more
best.
wins in his first 2 years than like anybody. I think he's got
Yeah.
the most, actually.
Yeah, by any other quarterback.
By any
Which
other
is
quarterback.
amazing. It's
The most
unbelievable.
wins in 2 years. The most wins in 2 years.
Yeah.
And so, and then you go, I'm thinking about the Belichick Brady stuff. Like they had issues at the end of the day. And Robert Kraft had to make a decision between the two of them.
And now Bill Belichick's not going into the Hall of Fame.
Well, how stupid is that? That's a whole different
So
thing.
bad.
All right, you
bad.
tell me, why do you think Joe Lombardi got fired? Why do you think?
For Davis Webb. That's why
Davis
we
Webb?
haven't heard that Davis Webb is going to have a second interview with the Las Vegas Raiders like Kubiak is. I think essentially it got opened up and they said, we don't want to lose you. Joe Lombardi has been a yes man for Sean Payton for God knows how long.
Mm-hmm.
So you get rid of him. I don't even, this sounds bad. Joe is always very, very kind. I have no clue what Joe did on a day-to-day basis. I have zero idea. So at least bring in Davis Webb to be your OC. You know he has a really good relationship with all of the quarterbacks, clearly, and see what you can do. And I think that there's a little bit of pushback on Sean when it comes to play calling because of we've now seen mistakes in multiple years. We can go back to the LASIK call where I couldn't read what I was supposed to do. We can go to the 4th and 1. Like, come on, there's got to be a little pushback. And he's talked about it. Like, essentially, eventually you kind of have to give it up because I'm not as fast as I once was.
Right.
I don't know. I think next year is going to look a lot different, but I'm also so sad that now we have to wait 6 months until it all starts again because
I cannot believe we have this kind of drama after this season right now. I cannot believe it. I'm stunned.
Technically, like the end of season pressers were today and we got this kind of drama.
Yeah, because it should have been the last word should have been from Greg Penner. Like that's how you wrap up a year. Greg Penner talks like what, twice a year? Like maybe before training camp and then today, like after the season, like that's it. I mean, that's the exclamation mark on the season. And it's like, all right, well, we'll see at the combine. Basically, that's the next sort of like thing.
Nope.
The combine's going to be freaking awesome. Like, what are the questions? What are the questions that Sean Payton going to be like at the combine?
I don't know. I don't even know what to think. That's how crazy this drama is. Like, truthfully, it's just QB number 1 got a microphone when he didn't have to say anything. And is like, well, Sean, and Bo was very nice in all of his other questions. And he gave a lot of hope to Broncos country. Like, if you wanted to walk away thinking next year is going to be the same exact thing, you got that from Bo Nix's press conference. But then when you start to, like, piece it all together, you're like, oh, boy.
Unbelievable.
Bo was also very long-winded, like, very long-winded in his answers.
Yeah, because it was all to get to ripping on Sean. All the rest of it was window dressing.
Was fluff
It was all fluff. What he wanted to say clearly was that predisposed thing wasn't true. The ankle injury happened on a play where he said it got twisted up. If you know the play, he was rolling to his left. He planted with his right foot.
Yeah.
And then he dove ahead for like a yard or two. And Ben Powers was kind of, I thought Ben actually stepped on his ankle.
That's what I thought too.
I don't think that now. But when you look at it, the only time that there was major stress on his ankle was when he planted.
Mhm.
Now, did it get twisted after it was broken? I mean, maybe. I mean, but there's no, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But when you look at the play, there doesn't seem to be enough going on where the foot gets twisted around to break it. However, if you got them weak, chalky white bones, like Sean Payton's insinuating, if you're predisposed, and it was, Rachel, it was going to happen at some point.
It wasn't an if, it was a win.
Then there you go. And Bo wants to have, this is the point of this whole press. It wasn't predisposed. The ankle got hurt on something that, you know, was a real football play, a real tackle, that sort of thing. Yeah. And I don't want you talking about what's happened in the past. You don't know. Now, I will go, see, this is where I say there's truth. There's a little truth in everything. Like, I will agree with Bo. Like, Sean shouldn't be talking about stuff from the past, and he doesn't know. I agree with Bo on that.
Also, who cares? If you've had 3 surgeries on your ankle, why does it matter? It was a story for 2 minutes. Everyone said, oh, we found out about it. Otherwise, who cares? You just made it a bigger story now.
I love Wes. Media blowing out of proportion. Okay, Wes. All right,
just hilarious. Like, it's
okay. We're
funny.
Blowing this all out of proportion. We have a coach and a quarterback that got to the AFC Championship game saying completely different things. And the quarterback's planning last-minute press conferences that nobody knew about until 90 minutes before it happened. And it happened after the owner of the team held his press conference. You're right, Wes. Nothing to see here. Nothing going on. Way to go, Wes. You got it all figured out, pal.
It said it's not real drama. It's just end of year stuff. Bo and Sean in Cabo down the road drinking virgin tequila sunrises. I can tell you, Sean Payton will not be drinking a virgin tequila sunrise.
That's
promise you on that one.
Neither will I.
I don't know. Last year they all went. Wasn't it last year they all went golfing in the off season together in Cabo?
Did they? There was something like that. You're right. There was something like that.
There was.
I'm at the end of my drink. How are you doing?
Mamison. I'm about to drink pure sugar and grenadine, so mix it a little.
All right.
They're officially done with the Russ money. It's funny, actually, in my head, I'm sit there and I'm like, really, if you think about it, right? They all talk about the dead cap and like what's going to happen when you have to pay Bo. I'm like, it's kind of like they were paying Bo right now. They were just using the Russell Wilson like dead money. So, you know, they could put together a good roster. But now actually it's going to hurt them because they're going to get that money back. So they're starting on like a low. Like, we don't have a lot of money. You're going to go to a high for a second, and then you're going to go back down to a low because then you have to pay Bo. I kind of wish it was just low all the way across. Like, Bo was due for his contract, and we got to figure it out right here, right now.
No, and that's what Bo's protecting. He knows he's a year away. And he is. Now, how this usually works, if you're really the guy, you're a first-round guy, and you're the franchise.
Yep.
It's 3 years, and then there's an extension. So the fifth-year option never comes into play. You play out your 4th year under your current contract, but you have guaranteed money after that 4th year. So sometime in the summer, training camp, I mean, something like that, as you're beginning your 4th year, or it could even happen in the OTAs in the spring. But after that 3rd season, in general, that's when you get to the big money. And it's huge money.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a little, it's gargantuan money. But guess what, Rachel? You got to get there.
Does he get more than Russ did?
Yeah, I don't even remember Russ's contract off the top of my head. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think so, yes. Because don't forget, everything goes up. Salary cap goes up, the guaranteed money, everything goes up. Everything goes up. So Bo would be in the, well, I mean, the guaranteed money would be north of $250 million. How about that? And then
so he got a 5-year, $245 million.
Well, it might be more like a 5 or 6 year, $310 million with
Mhm.
$250 million guarantee. It'd be something along those lines. And it likely would be an extension after his 4th year. He would get the guaranteed money paid out over time, but he would get paid just that still on that rookie contract in year 4.
So
That's how it
Patrick
works.
Mahomes' contract right now is $450 million.
Right, but like how much of that is guaranteed?
Fully guaranteed?
Yes. I mean, he'll probably get
Um,
it all. He may get it all. But the secret is the guaranteed money.
Total guaranteed is 141 million.
Yeah.
Fully
So,
guaranteed is 63 million.
yeah, so it goes like that. Like I think
Mhm.
that 400 and whatever million, that's over like 10 years or something
Yeah.
crazy like that. It's over
So
a
then the
long period of
highest
time.
paid total guaranteed player right now is Josh Allen at $330 million with $250 million total guaranteed.
There you go. That's the deal.
Or
It'd be a
you
deal,
can go
something like that
Dak,
for Bo Nix.
Dak Prescott's is $60 million a year. And he's the highest paid per year with $231 million guaranteed.
Yeah, whatever, right? Like
Yeah.
we're talking roughly the same sort of numbers, how they parse it out, whatever.
Do you want to hear something
But you
really
get,
funny,
hey,
though?
Rachel, at the end of the day, that guaranteed money, you get it. One way or the other, you get it.
Do you want to know what's insane?
What's that?
Jarrett Stidham made more than Bo Nix did this year.
Well, that's right. That's right.
Actually, no, I lied. No, yeah, he did.
No, but that's why, oh boy. So some people say to me all the time, "Oh, would you rather have Justin Fields or Patrick Surtain now?" Well, that's a stupid question because the reason why you want a rookie quarterback is because of the rookie contract, Rachel.
Yep.
And you only get that rookie contract really for 4 years. But
Yeah.
during that time, it gives you so much flexibility to spend money on other guys.
Yeah.
So, and then when you have to pay Bo, that means you have to take a completely different approach to how you build your roster. So,
Which
for
essentially
example,
they did do this year, but it hurt them because they couldn't go out and get a star wide receiver.
right, because we're still stuck with the stupid Russell Wilson contract
Correct.
that George Payton put together. I mean, every time I hear about George Payton being a hero, it's like, wow, that's convenient. We're going to forget about that contract. We're going to forget about Nathaniel Hackett. It's just all forget about
But
all
it
of that
all led us to get Bo Nix.
because of Sean Payton. Who
Well,
now,
think about
Bo
it. If we
Nix,
wouldn't have gotten Russell
I mean-
Wilson, then we wouldn't have been able to get Bo Nix.
the
Everything
irony
happens for
here.
a reason.
All right, but listen,
I'm gonna piss D-Mac off by the end
you're
of
not
it.
gonna piss me off because I love you, but you get me down my wormhole of all
I do.
aggravating triggers.
I
The
do.
trigger of all triggers is this topic.
I do. Free agency.
But don't worry about it. It's listen, I love that we drafted Bo Nix. It took Sean Payton to draft him. The irony of how much Sean Payton loved Bo Nix and wanted him. The degree that he's bragged about him to other people. At the end of this remarkable season, the irony of Sean, who's so in Bo's corner, to have a beef with Bo is how can you not see how bizarre that is?
It is really funny. It is really,
And
really
by
funny.
the way, we told you during the season there was issues going on with Bo and Sean. We told you that. And
Yeah.
oh no, you guys are making stuff up. Oh, okay. Are we? Were we?
Yeah.
Really?
I remember, was it the Eagles game? They had a loss, and I'm trying to remember. My brain can't go back that far. But it was like if they lose this game, it could get really ugly. Maybe it was the Eagles game, or was it London? I don't remember. One way or another, I just remember thinking okay, this could go bad. Can't believe we hired Hackett. Honestly, I feel like I blank on it. The fact that that even happened at some point in time, I'm like,
do
wow.
you remember why we hired Hackett?
To bring in Aaron Rodgers. Whoop-de-doo. No offense. Thank goodness that didn't happen either. Whew.
Yeah,
Thank
he's such
goodness.
a. But there's Mike
He's
McCarthy.
a-
Sure, I'll bring him back. I'm like, oh wow, what a shock. His ex-coach that won a Super Bowl with him with the Packers wants to have him back with the Steelers.
Yeah, just a little.
I'm looking at Mike
ridiculous.
McCarthy, man. I mean, be careful, dude. I see dudes like that. I worry about their health. Like, seriously, man.
Do you think Bo Nix is a better quarterback than Russell Wilson? In Seattle.
Right now, by a mile. By a mile.
In
Like,
Seattle. Well, yeah, Russ
well,
is done
Russ,
now.
hey, man, Russ won a Super Bowl in year 2 and got to a Super Bowl in year 3. And Bo's got to be better than Russell Wilson. I think you can win with Bo Nix like the Seahawks won with Russell Wilson. How about that? I mean,
but don't you think they relied heavily on their run game?
Oh, yeah, and their defense. I mean, there was all sorts of things. It was actually kind of similar because Russell Wilson would basically do nothing all game. And then when the Seahawks needed something crazy in the fourth quarter, Russell Wilson did produce. I mean, he had some insane comebacks, and it was pretty impressive. And then in Super Bowl 48, even though the Broncos were ass, Russell Wilson was good. He was very solid. And, of course, they should have won the next year against the Patriots, and I was at that game. I was at that Super Bowl. Rachel, that was the most insane football game I've ever been at in my life. The Super Bowl that Butler had the interception, and all you needed to do was hand it to. It is crazy that these coaches overthink things so much. I mean, we got 1 yard to go. Just run it. I mean, really, what are we doing here?
Mind games.
Yeah, you get in your own head. By the way, I do think one way or the other, because Davis Webb, I think, is going to have options. And I do think the Broncos would like to keep him. And the only way to keep him is to make him the OC, pay him a lot of money. But you've got to let him call plays. And then there was a rumor out there that Sean Payton wanted to hire Joe Brady to be the offensive coordinator, but he got the head job with the Bills. So, Rachel, I do think we are steaming down the tracks. Unless they promote like Zach Strief to offensive coordinator, something like that. If they hire anybody from the outside, Rachel, Sean Payton is going to take a step back, in my opinion, and call the plays.
I think even if Davis Webb stays and becomes the OC, I think it's going to be 1-2 years max, and then it's going to get handed over to him. But also, with the Brady stuff, I do think that was a mentor to him because, he did work underneath Sean Payton. So I think some of those calls can be taken in a different direction where everyone's like, oh, he was going to come here. Like, he may have been calling Sean about God knows what when it comes to calling plays or like what his like thoughts were. You know what I mean? It's not like it's anything too crazy, in my opinion.
All right. Anything else you want to touch on? I mean, this is an awesome show.
Oh, no, but I have a really fun game we can all play too.
Oh, let's go.
So there's something going on. It's on social media right now. And it's like, are you a top 1%er of like the NFL? And it's like all of these facts. So I figured we could do it today, everybody.
Let's go.
The first couple ones are very easy. So like just roll with it. So 90% of people know that the penalty flag is what color?
Yellow.
Okay, perfect. Okay, let's see. The next one. 80% of people know what town do the Chiefs play in?
Okay. A little bit of a trick question because it's Kansas City, Missouri, but it's about to be Kansas City, Kansas, or a suburb of
but
yeah.
Kansas City nonetheless. Okay, you're 70% of people know how long is an NFL end zone?
10 yards. A long 10 yards.
Yep.
Wide is a different question. I think it's 55. No. How long? I think it's 55 yards wide, but it's 10 yards long. 10 yards long.
Yes, 10 yards long. Okay, your 60% question is what team's fan base is known for wearing cheese heads?
Oh, Packers. Okay.
Yep. Your 50% question is a true or false question. Okay.
Okay. All right.
True or false, the longest play in NFL history is 109 yards.
That is correct. It's
True.
it's like a kickoff return that a guy, I forget who got it, but they got it like in the back of the end zone. It's as far as you can go because 110 yards you'd be out of bounds. So it's literally the furthest you can go.
40% question made me happy, but who holds the record for most touchdown passes in a single season with 55?
Oh, well, that's our boy, the Sheriff. Back in that specific year was 2013 when they went to the Super Bowl, and then they got squashed by the Seahawks.
Fun fact, I was at that game. It was
and
so
by the
cool.
way, the first game was a revenge game against the Ravens, And
Yeah.
Peyton Manning threw 7 touchdowns in that game. So he was off to a great start that year. What, you were at the Super Bowl 48? Is that what you're saying?
No, I was at the game where Peyton threw his 55th.
Oh, okay. I don't remember the details of that one, though. Do you remember any details from that?
It was in
I feel
the south
like that
end zone.
went to like Julius Thomas or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Was it DT or Julius?
I don't know. I was about to say DT. It had to be. Well, I know this. Julius Thomas had 24 touchdowns in 2 years. Like, it was sick. So in DT,
it was one of the Thomases. You're 100% correct. But I remember it was in the south end zone. It was a night game because they shot off fireworks and they were keeping the ball from Peyton. And I remember watching them,
that whole thing.
throw the ball
I remember
around.
that.
So fun. Okay.
Yeah,
anyways.
but do you know the story behind that? Peyton had rehearsed that. Peyton had rehearsed the keeping the ball away from himself.
No way.
That? Way.
That's
Totally. Demaryius Thomas kind of spilled the beans on that after the game. You know what? I think now it's Demaryius Thomas because Demaryius Thomas was kind of involved with the hijinks there. But that is a true story.
Yeah.
All right. What's the next one?
Okay. Your 30% question. Who owns the record for most rushing yards in a single game with 296?
Wow.
Ooh, I actually knew this one.
296.
The second I say it, you're going to be like, I know.
Gosh, I really don't. I feel like Barry Sanders is like too obvious. I'll go with Barry Sanders, but I don't think that's it.
Okay, I'm going to see if anybody in the comments gets it really quick. The second I say it, you're going to be like, oh my gosh.
Any other hints with that, or are we just going 296 in one game, huh?
Technically, the question just said 296. Oh, somebody did get it. Adrian Peterson.
Okay.
Yep.
Good
okay,
one.
So this is where I got knocked
First
out.
one wrong. You got that right, huh? You knew that off the top of your head?
I knew that one. This is, though, your 20% question. What franchise has the most Hall of Famers all time? I didn't know this one.
Well, I would say it's the Steelers or the Cowboys. I will go with the Cowboys.
Okay. Let's see. Anybody in the comments?
Oh, I'm wrong?
Will they get it right?
I'm wrong. It's not the Cowboys,
You are wrong.
Huh?
It is not. I
Is
would
it the
never have
Steelers?
guessed this, but it is not the Steelers.
Oh, wow.
I also thought the Cowboys, but it's not.
Not the Cowboys, not the Steelers.
Oh,
Hall of
somebody
Famers
got
of
it.
all time. Who is it? Bears.
Doms, it's the Bears.
The Bears. Wow.
All right. Your
Okay.
10% question.
I bet there aren't any quarterbacks in there, but go ahead. Yes.
Your 10% question. So 10% of NFL fans know this. What is the nickname of the NFC Championship in 1967 between the Packers and the Cowboys? What is the name of that game?
The Packers and the Cowboys, I think it's the Ice Bowl.
You are correct. It was the Ice Bowl.
Yeah,
now,
it was something ridiculous. I mean, it was like -10 or I don't know, something absurd.
Chilly. Okay, now it's the 1%. 1%
Oh, boy.
of NFL fans will know the answer to this question.
I got Ice Bowl. Yeah.
What two franchises combined to form one team in 1943 during World War II?
Okay.
Isn't
Two
that
teams
tough?
combined for one. So it would have to be something that was relatively close to each other. So I'm going to say it was the Giants and the Eagles.
Ooh, you got one of the teams correct.
What'd I get right?
It's the Eagles and...
All right, hold on. All right, it's the Eagles. Hold on. It's the Eagles. Boy, the Giants would make a lot of sense, though, huh? The
Let's see.
Eagles and the Bears.
Nope. I'll
Who
give you
is
one
it?
more.
All right. All right. See, I would think they'd have to be relatively close together. The Eagles and the Steelers weren't around, not the Giants. Gosh, am I wrong? Is it the Steelers?
The Steelers.
Actually, that makes a hell of a lot of sense because that's one. Gosh darn it, because they're both in Pennsylvania.
Yep, you were close.
I should have. Wow. Okay. Eagles.
They're
That
fun,
makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But technically, Philadelphia is way closer to New York City than to Pittsburgh. Way closer.
No, fair. But anyways,
All right.
so
That was fun.
1%ers if you got all of those questions correct. Now you know.
No way
Question,
anybody got that right.
Did the game on Sunday change your view on domes and retractable roofs?
Yeah, the snow is stupid. Okay, snow's dumb. These guys are finely tuned, incredible athletes. It's like, you don't like fighting in hockey. It's well, no, I just like hockey. I like hockey because I like speed and skill. And
Yeah.
fighting to me is just stupid. And fighting in hockey is almost gone. So I
Wait,
actually
wait.
like fighting. I like fighting in hockey now because when fighting happens in hockey, it's way more organic and
Oh.
there's less goons out there. So I
Mhm.
like seeing Josh Manson beat the crap out of somebody because it's just in the flow of the game.
Agreed.
But before, you got to understand, Rachel, we just had a bunch of thugs out there that couldn't really skate. And it would just be like, oh, all right. So your thug is fighting our thug. Like, it didn't mean anything. There was just nothing. Then we got to pick up the sticks and the skates and the this and then that. And then we find out they're buddies. They don't really hate each other. Like, it was just ridiculous. It was silly. And a lot of times, Rachel, it was the same guys just fighting each other. Well, to me, that's what snow is. It's like a NHL fight. It's just shit. It's just we can't move, we can't cut, we can't run, we can't throw, we can't play football the way we really truly like football.
Mhm.
And a little snow is fine. A cold is okay. Sleeting rain sucks too. Any weather condition that dramatically impacts the play, to me, sucks because the game isn't designed to be played like that and the athletes don't train. So what? We got to be ready to play in conditions that only happen like what? 1% of the time? Like that never happened, but somehow we got to prepare for that in case it does happen. Forget that. Put the roof on and listen. I like today was like, everybody at the game was having a great time. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, what? They weren't going to have a great time if they could wear, t-shirts inside and drink? We had to be bundled up in hunting gear in order to have a great time? I mean, give me a break. That's such ridiculous logic. You're in the AFC Championship. You're going to have a great time no matter what. So if it's really snowy, you're going to have a great time. And if it's beautiful, you're going to have it. The fans, Rachel, are drunk and going to have a great time no matter what. What I care about is you should be rewarded for preparing the right way and getting to the end destination. That fourth quarter was crap. It was crap. Neither team could do anything. And you can't convince me that's a better way to play football. No way. You?
Okay, so my stance is now regular season games. I don't care if it snows, if it rains. I don't care if it's cold. Guess what? Suck it up and learn how to play and be good at it. But knowing that you worked so hard to get to the AFC Championship game and seeing how much time and effort they put in for it to end. I mean, if this game would have gone to overtime, and I'm not just saying this because the Broncos lost, it could have taken like 7 or 8 overtimes where those guys could have gotten hurt and then ruined their shot to go play in a Super Bowl. Like, it's so much bigger than that. But here's my other part of it. You can't see any of the lines. That's where I think it's frustrating. Like, how much time, too? It was so cold already, and now they're having to leaf blow all of the lines. Like, that's taking up time, too, and that's not fair to those athletes whose bodies are now cold, too, and trying to stay warm and trying to stay ready. So I think, and the only way you can do it is every team, you either choose to have a dome or you choose to have an open roof, okay? But they all have retractable ones in the end of the day. If you choose all season long to have an open dome or open roof, that's what you stick with for the entire regular season. That is all that matters. You cannot choose to close it if it's going to snow. You're sticking with it. But come the AFC Championship game or NFC Championship game, all of it closes so that you can actually have good quality football and not allow something that all these guys have worked so incredibly hard for be defined. But here's my other thing. If it's just cold, you're playing with that dome open. If it is just rain, you're playing with it open. But if it's to the fact that you can't see the lines on the field and you're having to shovel them like they did, that's when I think close it up and call it a day. So that's how I feel.
Well said, Rachel. Well said.
Thank you.
All right. To say goodnight, we revisit Anklegate.
Predisposed right at that.
Wait, hold on.
They always find a little bit more when they go in, and it wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when.
Didn't have any predisposed issues. Man, my ankles were feeling really good.
He said he had one in high school, and then he said he had one at Auburn.
I don't think he really should share how many surgeries I've had in the past, to be honest with you, but because I don't, he doesn't really even know that.
And that was like predisposed right at that they always find a little bit more when they go in, and it wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when.
Didn't have any predisposed issues, and my ankles were feeling really good.
He said he had one in high school.
Okay, real quick, two things. First of all, go Avs, go. Second, do you know who John Scott is?
Oh God. Sorry. My microphone's falling apart on me. I'm sorry about that. Say again.
Do you know who John Scott is?
John Scott, no. Who?
Okay, well, apparently there's a documentary, or maybe it's a podcast, actually. I think it's a podcast. Anyways, it's an NHL player that they got into the All-Star game. And we apparently all need to listen to this podcast because it is absolutely crazy. Like, the fans somehow got him in. He was, like, not on an NHL team at all. It just sounds like an insane story.
What year was that?
Let me look it up.
That's got to be like 1973.
Let's see. It was... What year?
Yeah. Technology is an amazing thing. It stops things like that.
Agreed. Looks like 2010.
What? That's crazy.
Anyways, we apparently all need to go listen. Yeah, he was demoted to the minor leagues to keep him out. So I think it's an interesting podcast. And if you're a hockey fan or sports fan, we should all listen. Which, just, you never know. Apparently, we all want to watch Peyton and Bo Nix fight it out too. We love hockey, guys. All that stuff.
What's the score of the Avs game right now? Cat Cave's been very quiet down there.
Great question. Usually my phone will show it to me, but it's not right now.
All right. Let me see your drink.
It
Let me see if
is
you...
1-0. Saturday, Avs are losing.
Oh, all right. We got time. Thank you. I don't know how you made yours different than mine. There you go, Rach. There you go.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers to all of you. We appreciate you every single time. We'll be back next Wednesday. Stay tuned to my social media where I'm going to ask you what we should drink next week. Now that the Broncos don't have an opponent, we'll have to get ready for the Olympics here very shortly, though.
That sounds like Italian drinks.
Ooh.
We'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.
Look, am I ever happy? No.